Hi, how's it going? If you're arriving today, I present you, I'm Luciano Roas, I'm a Brazilian pianist, and this is the Brazilian Accent Improvisation channel. A channel that I created to help people to play Brazilian music in an authentic way. And why is this necessary? I found a lot of different channels and in YouTube talking about Brazilian music, but with a lot of wrong stuff. And here in this channel you're gonna know the different values that form our way to play music. So if you are interested in playing and going deeper in the Brazilian music, here's the channel. I talk about the phrasing, the articulation, the harmony, sometimes about the comping, but this is the channel for instruments, instruments that play harmonic and melodic instruments. And I talk about some songs to you to play, how to start, how to study, how to memorize themes, a lot of related stuff with Brazilian music. Today I'm gonna do a kind of live that I sometimes do, that I play one song and I improvise on that song, and I show the important aspects that we Brazilian musicians think when we play. What is important to us, what is essential to maintain the Brazilian language. So, if you like Brazilian music and want to go deeper, you are invited. This channel is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's just write Luciano Ruas, Brazilian pianist. Alright? So let's start. Today I've chosen to play a song by our most important and most known composer, that is Antônio Carlos Jobim. The song is called Corcovado. In English, if you wanna search, it's known as Quiet Night of Quiet Stars. And this song talks about the landscape of Rio de Janeiro. Bossa Nova compositions often talk about the landscape in Rio, about love, about a positive thinking about love, because Brazilian musician before Bossa Nova has some sad lyrics, sad themes. And let's play. I'm gonna play first to you to know the song, and I'm gonna show what's important for you. I'm always open to, if you wanna do some questions and talk, if you have some doubts of how to play, how to improvise, what scale do I think, what rhythm do I think, I'm here to answer all doubts you could have. Alright? So let's go. I'm gonna put the lead sheet on the screen. Alright? And so you can read with me. So that was Corcovado by Antônio Carlos Jobim. And let's talk about some aspects that made this sound as a Brazilian composition and theme. And before talking about the melodic language and the improvisation, it's important to talk about the comping. The comping is I use the beat, the groove that João Gilberto created. Imitating the guitar, alright, of João Gilberto. If you want to know more, hear the recordings of this composer. And one important thing that is very present on this theme is this rhythm. 1, 2. That is the syncopation. For example, ta 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 ta. This cell, this rhythmic cell, it's present in a lot of different styles. And one important thing, that, for example, if you play it in samba, it's gonna sound a little percussive. With the middle note with an accent, but in Bossa Nova we do with less accent. No, it's not a staccato sound, less accent and a more legato sound than staccato. That's compared to samba. All right, this cell is responsible for the swing in the melody. So when I was improvise, a lot of phrases are based on this division. So this rhythm is very present in the melodies of Bossa Nova. That's the syncopation. For example, if you know O Barquinho, all right. What more can we tell? Two things we have to. It's important to you recognize, and there is one characteristic that is very present on Brazilian music, on the harmony, is that the chords walk in neighbor tones. Look, A minor go to G sharp, G minor. I'm talking about the bass, and here G flat, F minor, E. So that is a change to A minor, E minor 6. I'm reading the introduction, but let's walk to the theme. A minor 6, G sharp, creating that. When we are not walking neighbor tones, we are in the circle of fourths of fifths. And there are a few exceptions, alright? What else can I talk about? There are some important chords that form Bossa Nova. The second chord is a diminished chord that's present in some compositions of Bossa Nova. That's the diminished with flat 13th. There are two different diminished chords that we commonly use in Bossa Nova. This flat 13th chord or the diminished major 7th chord. Alright? Depending on the situation, you can choose one or other. I always recommend you to experiment, alright? Both of them. What else? There is one progression that it's not written, but I've used it. In the first ending, we are in the fourth measure. Let me show you in the fourth measure, fourth system, sorry. In the last measure, we have an E7 flat 9. And after that, A7 flat 9 also. Here I played cliché, harmonic cliché of Bossa Nova. It's A7 13, flat 13th, A7 9 and flat 9. A7 sus. It's very common. You're gonna find in a lot of compositions of Antônio Carlos Jobim or Tom Jobim. Is very inside the language of the Bossa Nova. Sometimes you won't find written, but when you recognize these situations, you can harmonize using that resource. And about harmony, I think it's that. All right. Note that the melody is very simple. People sometimes like to play a lot of 16 note when they are improvise, but here in Brazil we can think the improvise as continue of the melody, and we can use the compositions we can use the compositions resource to inspire our improvisation. So when you do that, you create in your audience the sensation that I'm talking about the same subject. I propose one theme, one song, and my improvise is the development of that idea of the song, and that's the thing that differentiates Brazilian musicians from another. Because if you take some jazz musicians, sometimes they are going to put the bebop language inside the song or other jazz languages, and the relationship between the musician and the song will become different, because the song, it's a pretext to help him to improvise, and I think in Brazilian music, when you choose a song, you are talking about the song, you are doing things for the song, you are working for the music. Alright? That's why we can take these simple melodies interesting thing we can do in Bossa Nova, because Bossa Nova is a more modern language than other languages in Brazilian music. It's to give emphasis to the tension notes of the chords. So, for example, I can start my melody, for example, by the 9. Sharp 11th again, to think more on the tensions to make my improvise. Alright, this is gonna give a more modern sounding in your phrasing. And there is a question about the bass. The bass in Bossa Nova, you can think it gives emphasis to the 1 and 2. No? We can use a motion. Just repeat. And we can alternate between the 1 and the 5th. I prefer, it's more important when you use this alternation between the 1 and the 5th, try to the more you can to use the movement going downwards, not upwards, alright? Interesting question. Some people use it's the bass more in a with the 5th. And this is a bass used in samba. Bossa Nova, it's a slow kind of samba, but we can alternate the language when we are playing. You can start or you can play a Bossa Nova like a more fast samba. Originally, if you hear Bossa Nova, you're gonna just you're gonna see the bass and a more repetitive sounds without lots of variation and without many different divisions and cells. So be careful. Try to hear the Bossa Novas that I recommend on a quick tip, and pay attention in what the bass is doing. I have some friends that Brazilian friends that lives on the States, and they have a lot of difficulties with bass players because a lot of times don't understand the feel of the Brazilian music, and sometimes because they aren't able to differentiate styles between Bossa Nova and samba. And sometimes because they didn't understand really the accent or the concept behind the choice that the bassist is doing. I recommend you, for playing Bossa Nova and samba, to hear a bassist called Luizão Maia. He has very interesting solutions in terms of bass lines, and I recommend him. He played with in the band of Elis Regina, that was one of the most important singers in Brazil, one of the great voices of Brazil, and he played on her band. So hear and try to understand the solutions of Luizão Maia, and if you want, I'm gonna do lives talking about more the bass lines in Bossa Nova and samba, alright? What else can I say to you? So the bass you can Bossa recordings the bass is not so active like in samba, for example. Nice. Very good question. You asked me about some chords I'm playing are different from the lead sheet, and yes, a lot of songs I play, I'm gonna play different harmonies. Sometimes because it's wrong, sometimes because I learned some different harmonies playing the nights of playing during the nightclubs here in São Paulo with another musician, some interesting solutions that they have, and sometimes I reharmonize also. Alright, so if you want to talk about some harmonies of songs, just write, okay, I'm doing lives, I'm gonna do lives about this aspects, harmonic aspects and choices in harmony. Alright, so what else can I tell about Corcovado? Improvisation with the syncopations, some harmonies that happen. I think for today it's enough. Try to explore this concept of improvisation that I told you, thinking on the melody, using the rhythms. Alright, if you are a harmonic player, try to study some of these chords that I've told you. And if you have questions, I'm here every day doing lives. Sometimes I don't answer the question in the same day, but I do a live talking about the theme of the question. Alright, I hope you have enjoyed, and I'm here every day to talk about Brazilian music and explain to you all your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow for more lives about the Brazilian accent improvisation. Bye bye.